Hey, welcome to Morning Movement. I'm Coach Finlay, and this week we're talking about the disco era. We're going to do a little tie-dye activity today. In your backpacks, you should have received a coffee filter, but you know what? If you lost it or you didn't get it, a paper towel or a napkin will do just fine. So, the way that we are going to start this activity is we're going to take our coffee filter or our napkin and we're going to fold it in half. I want you to iron it down with your fingertips, spread it out, and then fold it one more time in half like so. If you have a napkin or a paper towel, you can fold it and then fold it one more time. Either way works just fine. I put down an old piece of cardboard on my workspace just to make sure that I do not damage the table or anything that I'm working on. You should have received some washable markers in your backpack, and so I want you to pick out 3 colors that you like from your marker pack. So I'm going to choose blue, and I'm going to choose kind of a watermelon color, a pinkish orange, and I'm going to choose lime green. So those are my 3 colors, but you choose any colors that you like. Go ahead and take a second to do that. Take your time. You can pause the video if you like and then come back. Welcome back. So now we have our napkin or our coffee filter folded. We have something underneath our workspace so that we will not damage our table or anything that we're working on, desk. And we have 3 colors chosen from our washable marker set. The only other thing that you're going to need is a cup or a bowl with some water. So gather your cup or your bowl, stop the video, get that done, and then meet me back right here. Great, I'm glad you're back. So now what I would like for you to do, and I'm going to use my coffee filter, and I'm going to choose the first color that I use, and I'm going to take my marker, take the top off, and I'm going to draw a little spot on my coffee filter. You can choose how big or how small you do it. And then I'm going to go with the next color, which I choose to be green. And I'm going to color it in completely. Takes a minute or 2 to get it all colored in with your marker, but take your time, do a good job, and then you're going to see how these colors will bleed into each other when we add the water. So now I've added my green, and here's my progress. All right, now I'm going to add the watermelon or the pink color, which might be my favorite. And I'm going to color here still on one side of my folded piece of either napkin or coffee filter. You could also use a paper towel. So I'm going to color that in really well. And then at the very top, I think I'm going to go back with a little bit of the blue. Since I only have a tiny bit of blue, which is at the bottom, I'm going to go back in with some blue on the top. Color that in. My fingers might get a little bit colored with this washable marker color, but that's okay because guess what? It's washable. Excellent. So color all of that in on the one side. I'm sure glad that I have this cardboard underneath my workspace, because otherwise I would have messed some things up on my desk. All right, so mine looks like this. I'm going to now dip it in the water. I'm going to dip it just a bit, and then I'm going to dip it all the way as far as my fingertips will let me, and then I'm going to pull it back out. I'm going to let it drip for just a second, and then I'm going to squeeze it. You can't hurt it at this point, so go ahead and squeeze the water out. Squeeze it out just gently. I'm going to open it up, and then I'm going to let it dry. And you can see that I have this beautiful tie-dye effect. I'm going to lay it onto my cardboard, and I'm going to let that dry. Once it's dry, I can hang it up in the window, or I can use it as a background for some other projects that I might want to do. Like I might want to take a Sharpie and draw a little sketch on top of my coffee filter. So let it dry completely, and then you have your cool 70s vibe tie-dye project. Now, today, the other thing that I want you to do is I want you to be sure to walk. So your assignment is to walk. If you're pre-K through 2, I would like for you to walk at least 1/2 of a mile or 15 minutes. Remember to warm up and stretch beforehand. Take your pulse with your middle finger and your ring finger before you start. Once you're walking and you feel like you're really getting into it, take your pulse again on your neck. And then when you finish, cool down with some light stretches, some toe touches, and take your pulse yet again. You'll see that your pulse speeds up with your activity and slows down when you're resting. If you are 3rd grade through 8th grade, I would like for your goal to be 1 mile or 30 minutes of walking or jogging. If the weather does not cooperate, you can always jog in place or walk in place inside.